Goosewworks posted a lot of hints on his Twitter about the second episode, and from this you can already understand what will happen. According to the latest photos that they published, it can be seen that Ragatha is angry with Jax. We thought that Jax had done some mischief, but after all the way they had traveled, it was obvious that even Pomni was tired. It turned out that all this could be done by a shortcut. Because when Jax said about it, Ragatha got angry. In the picture, you can see how Jax showed us the entrance or exit through the hatch, which can be opened with a key. Or Jax leaving in front of his friends through the hatch when they had come such a long way. That might have made Ragatha angry too. And then you can't see it very well in this picture, but it looks a lot like the same hatch that Jax was on. Gooseworks usually throws us quality leaks, but not this time, because Kinger is completely blurred here, as if falling into this hatch. Therefore, most likely they will all go to the hatch that Jax knew about. There will definitely be a crocodile in the second episode because you can clearly see where it is in the background. And it is located in Candy Canyon Kingdom, but if you look even closer, you can see that it is right next to the castle. He will surely be a guide for our characters, since he knows the area well, or since he has been here for a long time. And by the way, it is very similar to Marmalade. If you look closely, the surrounding towers have the texture of ice cream cones. And since this is a kingdom, then the Sugar Queen character is most suitable here. You can even see a horn crown in her, you don't need to guess. But surely our crocodile is friends with our queen because he just takes our characters to the kingdom on a karate. If we look closely, Pomni and Kinger are sitting there, but for some reason the other characters are not very visible. Let's hope that they are with them. Stop! It turns out that 3 new characters can be shown at once. If you look at this excerpt, you can see that this chocolate monster is also located on the territory of the kingdom. Most likely, our characters will meet him already in the middle. Now I want to talk a little about the release date of the second episode. The first indication of a release date was this post from the Glitch Channel team on February 23rd. We got a lot of information in it, but the part that is key for us is the part where the approximate date was given, which is May 2024. Let's remember the day we first saw the pilot of Digital Circus. It was October 14th, 2023, and 5 months have passed since then. And even if you consider that at the time of the release of the pilot episode, not a single frame of the new episode was finished, 5 months is still a colossal amount of time, and we have already been shown new locations for episodes recently. And now it's time to take stock before deciding on a final release date. All this leads us to believe that the new episode is already close to release. If you look at one of the recent leaks from Gooseworks, you will see that all the characters are already fully finished. Locations are also ready. And one of the most important things is color correction, which is also completely done. However, as far as we know, the episode doesn't just consist of animation. You need to voice an entire episode, dubbed in multiple languages, etc. And judging by the active leaks and spoilers, I'm 95% sure that the animated part is already finished and there are still small details to be completed before the release. Maybe this requires funding for a new episode. However, we should not forget about Murder Drones, which are also scheduled for release in the spring of 2024. And we understand that Glitch has to plan everything so as not to miss the Digital Circus and Murder Drones. Let's imagine 2 possibilities. If we imagine that first, we will see the release of 2 episodes of Murder Drones, and then the second episode of Digital Circus. Then Glitch really did not lie to us, and the release will take place around May. Therefore, I'm more inclined to the version that the words about the release of a new episode in May are just an excuse for fans not to bother them anymore. And the most optimal option for everyone will be to first see the new series of Murder Drones in March, and already in the first half of April, the release of a new episode of Digital Circus, and the interest of the audience will still be maintained. I can say with confidence that the release of the new episode should appear in the middle of April and no later. I hope my version is true, because waiting another 2 months is unbearable. I'd like to tell you about the location we were shown in the trailer, and it's the same stadium that makes so many fans of Digital Circus so excited. I am, of course, talking about the stadium, which will not appear in the second series, but I think somewhere in the 4th or 5th, and I have a feeling it's going to be the biggest place we've ever seen. And if you think about it, we already saw that in the pilot. I think everyone knows the place as the Void. And at the end of the pilot episode, Caine admitted that this is not a release from the Digital Circus at all, but just one of his projects that is under development. And judging by the size of the Void, our stadium will be very, very large. Now let's take a look at a very creepy location. Mystical House. We were not told about it directly, but from the photos of the characters, we can understand that this location will definitely appear in the new episode. I already told you that Candy Canyon Kingdom will take up the first half of the second episode, but the second part will be about this creepy but very interesting house. And of course, I really want to talk about 2 more locations that we could theoretically see in the new episode. But even if it happens, only a small fragment. I'm talking about a lake with a yacht and an amusement park. Judging by what we saw in the trailer or in the pilot episode, these locations are completely finished and will be shown to us in the future. But whether it will be in the second episode or later is still a mystery to us. And from the latest leaks on their Twitter page, Gooseworks published about Zooble, which is in a new form, but at the location of our digital circus. There are several theories why she is in the circus. Caine could simply not take the Zooble with other characters, for example, due to the fact that she did not follow his order or did not listen. The next one is because Caine became very good and Zooble just didn't want to go with our characters. Either she will have a separate mission that she must do alone, or so that no one finds out. I think that she will be given more screen time in the second episode and will be given a separate mission, since there was very little of her in the first episode. And when Jask returned with all the circus heroes, the Zooble was already here. But it's hard to say right away whether it was Jask who brought them back to the circus or Caine teleported them back. But Caine immediately warned them that a haunted house awaits them, where there will certainly be many traps and fear. And after that, Kinger readied his weapon. But let me know some of your theories in the comments, and I might make it into a video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and click on this video.